Hello everybody, I'm Alison Hartnett, I'm from the Lane End Players, and Verden Luck and I thought we'd put together as a video really to sort of explain what Zoom is and how to get into meetings and things, because some of us are really new to this. So I'm going to ask Verden some questions and hopefully he'll be able to answer them for us. So Verden, I've got a question for you. How do we start Zoom?
Right. It depends what you're using. If you're using a computer, which is definitely the best thing to use for all sorts of reasons, but let's not go into them yet, you need to download Zoom from zoom.us. Now, when that screen comes up, go to zoom.us, and then you go right across the top to the right-hand side, hover over resources, and it will give you a list. And what you want is download Zoom client. And it will then come up with a page, and the first button is download. Believe it or not, that's the one that works. And that should put it on the computer for you. So does that explain that to you?
Yeah, it does. So I take it it's the same principle on an iPad, a PC, a mobile phone.
If it's an iPad or a tablet, I don't really know about other tablets terribly well, but with an iPad, you need to download it from the App Store. I'm sure everyone who's got one knows how to get to the App Store. You search for Zoom and it'll give you about 3 pages of stuff on Zoom. It seems to be the one that turns up first in the top left-hand corner, which is called Zoom Cloud Meetings. Mm-hmm. And that will download a little thing that allows it to work, and then you can be contacted.
Okay, so for instance, if we wanted to get into an LEP meeting, how would we get into an LEP meeting?
Right, well, Kath sends us an email each, which has got some information on it. There's a great big long link that if you just double click on that, should bring you into the meeting. I say should, it doesn't always. So if it doesn't, what you need to do is to go to back to the email, and you need the meeting ID, which is a 9-digit number, and a password, another number. Just add them handy. And then from the Zoom initial page, one of the clicks is join a meeting. You click on that and it will ask you what the meeting ID is, which you've got, which is the 9-digit number. Put that in and then hit the join button, and it will then say, what's the password? Put the password in, chink, you're in.
Okay. Now, I've been in a few Zoom meetings now, and sometimes the image is quite fuzzy. So how would you say is the best way to improve the image for everyone?
Right. Obviously, the equipment you've got makes a difference. But it's certainly true that the more light for any video system, the better. If you're sitting there in darkness, the camera and the computer are working so hard to try and find a picture that they start having to throw things away, and it goes fuzzy, it goes dark, it starts to stagger around, and you get blurring everywhere. So if you have some light, have it on your face. You've got it perfectly there at the moment. But if you got a light behind you, particularly if it's not, you've got it very neatly blocked out by your head, which is fine. It gives us it makes the picture right. But if it's to one side, it will be upsetting the camera, and you'll end up with a dark face. So try and avoid that.
Okay.
The other one is if you got an iPad or iPhone, don't move it around. Prop it up on a pile of books or one of those nice little holders to hold it still. Because the way the video works is it doesn't, the compression system doesn't update the background. It assumes that's the same. But if you keep moving it around, the background keeps changing. It has to do a lot more work. And again, you lose quality while that's happening. And particularly in a big meeting, if you're moving the iPad around, you're going to get some banging noises when it hits things. And every time you get one of those, it's going to make you the speaker, which may not be quite what you want. So prop it up on some books or something and just look at it and let it get on with it.
I was going to say, which is the best way up to hold the tablet or the phone?
Well, longwise as a picture, you can see the shape of the picture there. everybody holds their iPhones that way up, and you get a little tiny picture down the middle of what you got. So if you put it on its side, it will work so much better. Bigger pictures.
Right. Okay. There seems to be lots of different ways to view what you're looking at on the screen in Zoom. So how can you change your point of view, how you look at people on the screen?
Well, Zoom is designed for conferencing. So you can put all sorts of things on there, anything that's in your computer, really. But I don't think that's what we want to do. There's basically two views of you. One is gallery view, which is where everybody appears, and it looks like the end from Love Actually, where you've got hundreds of pictures all over it.
Yeah.
Speaking, there's a little, we had a disagreement about whether it was yellow or green. I think it's yellow in some places and green in others. Little box round. Now, you can try and demonstrate this on here, but the problem is the recording system doesn't always come up with what you want when you get the thing afterwards. At the moment, I'm looking at a picture of me on my right and you on the left with a green box around you because you're the one that's speaking. That's because it can't be me speaking because it's actually my computer. If we had lots of people there, obviously you want who's holding the conch, as they said in the various films about being marooned on a desert island. So if you've got this box around you, you're the speaker. If you drop your iPad at the same time, you'll get a yellow box around you, and everybody go, "Yes, what are you saying?" So yeah, that's one way to do it. And the other way is speaker view. Now, if we go into speaker view, again, the recording system doesn't always get this, but I've now got a lovely big picture of Ali and a little tiny one of me above. What may be recording might be the other way around because I'm never quite sure what it's doing when it's doing it. But the person who's doing the speaking will appear as a big picture and all the others on a strip across the top with a little arrow so you can keep going sideways until you find the person you want.
Okay, and how do you find that feature? Because I've got an iPad, so I just press the screen. So let me just do that quickly.
Right.
Oh yeah, now I've got you as a large image. I've switched to
speaker
view. You're a large image, but also there's a small image of myself, and it's got a plus and a minus in the corner. So let me just play with that
and see what happens.
Now, if I press the plus, I get both of us at the bottom of the screen, and then if I press the minus, I've just got you on your own without me in it at all. And then there's a little camera symbol in the bottom right hand side. If I touch that again, my own image comes back up. Now if I touch the screen to go back to gallery view, we're now side by side again.
Right. There's all sorts of things. The various controls for it are in the top right hand corner. And if it says gallery view, that means you click on it to go to gallery view.
Yes.
Rather than you're in it. If you click on it, then you'll go into speaker view and gallery view. If you click on speaker view, you'll go into speakers. It always says the opposite of who you are.
Okay. Yeah. So if there's anybody out there who has any questions or wants to leave any comments, please do so below. Verdon can answer some of your questions as well if you want to email him. And thank you for watching.
Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday night.